Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pen Test Diaries. So today I'll continue the same series, that is Python programming, and in this I'm covering exercise number 3. This is the intermediate program. So before proceeding further, if you want to contact me, you can connect me on LinkedIn. I've provided my blog link, even the GitHub URL. So whatever the code I'm making in this tutorial, you can get it after this tutorial. You can get it on the GitHub directly. Now the statement of the code. So the statement of the code, what exactly we have to make it. So the program name is a Rock-Paper-Scissor. So in this we have to create a Rock-Paper-Scissor game in Python, in which we have to enter number of attempts to play this game and then select 1 for rock, second for paper, third for scissor, and at the same time computer randomly select one option out of 3. As per the selection, it will decide who will win the attempt, and finally once all the attempt is over, we get the final result, win the match along with points. Now we are also storing the play results in a text file with the name of the user provided at the beginning of the code, and even we can append the same file if a user have used the same code once again. So the thing is, a file is already present over there, so the person can append that file also. And the last thing, make sure entry of the data in the file should be along with the current date and time. So let's try with a simple program. So here's the code of the program. Okay, so now in this we required 3 libraries to be imported. First is the datetime, as I already confirmed you, like we require the datetime to be printed inside of the file. Whatever that results we are saving inside of the file, we try to make it datetime. Okay, that was the thing, we have imported this library. Then this is for searching a file inside of the directory, whether that file, like user have used that same code earlier or not. So for to identify like whether that file is present with the username or not, we have to use this. Okay, and random is like computer have to randomly select any choice, so that we just have to compete with the computer. Okay, so this is a straightforward command, like it just to get it print on the screen. Now we directly go to this section. Okay, so over here we just give it our entry from our side, that we call it as name of the user. Okay, and after that we are calling directly one function, so which we call it as a game. Now we go to the function directly, that is game. Okay, we are passing that n value, that is the name of the user. Then we just transfer the whatever that value we have it inside of the n, we transfer to the name. Now we'll just go inside of it. Then we can say that I equal to 0. I'll show you that why we are requiring this. Just for the attempt itself, so that was the reason I have mentioned it I equal to 0. So how many the attempts we are preferring with it, like taking example 3 attempts we want to take it for this game. So accordingly, like only 3 times like this program will be run, and then after that once the value of I is equal to 3, then in that case the program is automatically get terminated. Okay, so that was a concept for I equal to 0. Now this section is like similar which I have used for the earlier program for exercise number 5. You can use I'm using the same concept over here, just to find the file present inside of the directory. If a user have used the same code earlier, then in that case the file will be created for that user. So whether that file is already present in the directory or not, we have to check by this way. So this is the condition. Then if it's successfully, then the thing we just get the output like a user file is already exist. Then in that case we are appending this file, so we are opening the same file, and along with that we have mentioned a plus, that is for append. Then after that, this is statement just for the print, like it may be a possibly same user use the same code for 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that was the reason we want the results separated by dash itself. So that was the reason you can able to identify, like today you have run that code, tomorrow you run that code. So like just to make it a difference in between of it, you just have to put it like this. Even a date is present over there, you can categorize by the date also. Then after that, the user have to input how many attempts the user wanted. Okay, so once the user put it like 3, then in that case, initially the points for human and the computer are 0, 0. We have to define it that. Then after that, we have to put it a time. So once we run the code, we get that what exactly current time is it. So accordingly, we get the time on the screen also. This is for that. Now while condition I equal to 0 initially, and b is the number of attempts we tried. So take example like b is 3 and I equal to 0. So this program will run, and then after that we have to put a choice. So choice is like we can select 1 as a rock, 2 for the paper and 3 for the scissor. And same time computer is randomly select 1, 2, 3. Okay, anything the computer can select. Then we'll try to compare it whether a equal to c. Take example like if we have selected a rock and at the same time computer also selected a rock, then in that case a equal to c, both the values equal to c, same, then in that case it's a tie. Then in that case we just printed the time along with that result. Okay, now it's going to the next section, like where we select a rock, and over there the computer have selected a second option, that is a paper. Then in that case you can see that the statement is printed in front of it, and it was showing that the computer win first point. And then in that case the point of the computer and the point of the human will be printed, and then after that it automatically gets saved inside of the file itself. Okay, then after that it's the same condition. If user have selected a as a rock and the computer have selected Caesar, then in that case what will happen, the human will win this, and then in that case the value will be get it popped over here and it gets saved inside of this file. The same similar for the water also, and similar for the gun also. Okay, now the next condition is the else one. Okay, if if a person have put it something wrong, okay, then in that case it will show that it's a wrong choice other than 1, 2, 3. If anyone have put it 4, then in that case it's a wrong choice, and automatically I equal to 1, like we are incrementing the value of I every time, so that the loop is run till like the attempts we have defined from our side, and this line will print like how many attempts are left now. That is example 3. So after attempting once, it's just showing that 2 attempts are left, 1 attempt are left, and 0. Then after that this will done. Then after that we'll go inside of it, like we have to give the result. So give it the result, we have to go inside of this section where we have to compare that how many the points computer have scored it and how many points human have scored it. Accordingly we have to decide. If it's the same, then it's a tie, we will save this in our file. If it's not same, then in that case accordingly, like if it's computer having more points, then in that case computer win. And in case a human having, like the last option, if these two conditions are not true, then in that case this is the last condition where human having, like you win the match. Now we automatically save this content inside of our file once again, and we close this file. This is first condition where the file is already present of the user, and the user is using the same code second time. Now taking example where the user have used this file first time, code first time, then in that case that file is not present, so we have to create the file first. In this condition also we are putting it like dash 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 continuously, so that if a user using it couple of time itself, so at least this should be printed over there itself. If you do not want, we can make it like this also, not a point. The thing is that if a file is created once, and after that there is no possibility the user is wanted that. Okay, so I'll just comment it this, there is no need of this. Now the number of attempts you have to give it, it's a similar thing, like initially we have defining the value of human and the computer is 0, then after that it just printed the time, what is the current time is it's get printed. It's the same situation, same condition, we have to select it, then the computer have randomly select, the same thing happen. and automatically the results also get it are same thing. There are two differences between of it, like one is I just make it as a new file and one as a existing file. So that was the reason I've categorized in two section, if and else section. Okay, once a result is get once we get the final results, accordingly it gets saved and the file is get closed, and we get the response like a print successfully written. So once the content is get successfully written in our file, we get this pop-up. So this is all about the code which I try to get it explain you. Now let me run this code for you. Okay, so we have to give one of the command. We have to give the username. Right now I have not run this code earlier on this system, so that was the reason that file is not present. So that was the reason it's going. It just created a file first time. Now we are giving our attempts like 3. The time will be printed. Now we have to select 1. Okay, we can see that it's a tie. Computer also selected the 1 only. Now we'll go for 1 once again. It's a see that computer point is 1 and where your points is 0. Okay, now we'll go for once again 1, and we can see that computer win and you lose. Your point is 0 and computer point is 1, and 1 is a tie. Okay, so 2 times it's a tie and 1 time computer wins. So that was the reason computer is a winner directly, and it's successfully written. Now we'll just go inside of that directory where exactly it just created. Let me go to the directory and I'll show you that file also. So whatever the output we are getting on the screen, you can see that it's getting right inside of the same file, the user file. Automatically you can see that. Okay, once we attempt for the next one, so automatically we can see that the dashes we can see the dash in between of it, and then the next result will be coming. Okay, so these are the things which I try to get it explained with you. I'll put it this code on GitHub. You can download, you can explore, and accordingly as per your requirement you can make it this code. Even if any suggestion you wanted in this code, you can suggest me how to optimize this code. This is just a learning phase for me also. I try to search for some problems, and accordingly I'll try to make it like whatever the best way I can make it the code, I'll try my best. But the thing is that if there is a possibility I can make it this code optimized one, please suggest me something. I'll try to make it that also. It's a learning phase for me and you both. So once again we're going back to our slides. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like this video. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye.